Welcome to the Pay Per Caller Show, brought to you by Ringba.
Hey, paper callers, we're back with another episode. This is Adam Young, and on this episode, I'm going to talk to you about what you need to actually get started in pay-per-call. And you need a few things. They're really important. And first, let's define the ideal person to get started in the industry. That's someone who's going to be ambitious, clever, good at problem solving, has a great work ethic. I like to say that you can't guarantee that you're the smartest person in the room, but you can absolutely guarantee that you're the hardest working person in the room. And anytime you start in a new business, you have to work your absolute butt off. I know that a lot of people say work smarter, not harder, and I appreciate that because I like to be thoughtful about what I do, but the reality is that anytime you get into something new, you have to work harder than anyone else because other people have already found success and you're effectively competing with them. And so when I founded Ringba with my partner Harrison, I worked so many hours to make sure I was learning everything about the industry, making sure I was serving customers better. I was talking to customers. I was even writing some code at one point and recruiting people and going to industry events and trade shows, just constantly talking about these things. And I put in so many hours, it was ridiculous, but I was new in an industry and I needed to learn it all. And so if you're going to get into something new, like pay-per-call, you need to make sure that you're going to put the work in to actually achieve the results that you're looking for. I will never claim that this industry is easy. I will claim that it's an incredible opportunity for those that want to learn it and put in the work, but definitely not easy because anything in life that's worth doing is not easy. But there's a huge amount of opportunity in this space. And so if you're the type of person I just described, there is an opportunity for you to create a life for yourself in the industry. Also, the other types of people that are ideal for pay-per-call are affiliate networks that are looking for new opportunities, account managers at affiliate networks, marketing agencies, marketers that do marketing for third parties, people who work at marketing agencies, affiliate managers, people who work at call centers in the operations department, even people who sell in call centers, insurance agents or businesses that want to grow their business through making the phone ring and selling over the phone. Those are the people that are ideal to get started in pay-per-call. And so some of the skills that you need to learn to build a successful pay-per-call business, from a high level, you need to learn about digital marketing. You need to know how to convince a consumer to take an action, to pick up the phone and actually call. And the way you do that is by buying media across all different types of platforms and in the real world. And that's the cool thing about pay-per-call. That's different than affiliate marketing. Is in affiliate marketing, you're only marketing to people on the internet generally. But in pay-per-call, you can reach people through any channel you can put a phone number on. And so if you're a media buyer, you want to learn about media buying, you're going to learn about Facebook ads and Google ads and TikTok ads and Snapchat ads and native ads and building blogs and SEO and all the ways to get eyeballs on what you're selling. But with pay-per-call, you can also do TV ads and OTT and streaming ads and podcast ads and yard signs and stickers on doors and billboards and you name it, basically. Anywhere you can put a phone number, you can make money in pay-per-call, and people do it all the time. I'll give you a really specific example here. And when I moved to Miami, I was walking down the street in front of the Airbnb I stayed in while I was looking for a place. And there was a sign that said, "Need movers," with a phone number, and it was hanging on a fence. I walked around that fence. It spanned a whole city block, and these signs were about every 100 feet on the fence. And then I saw that there was another fence in front of another apartment complex that was down the street. And so instead of going where I was going, I walked over to check that fence out, and I noticed that it was the same company, same sign, different phone number. And that's when I realized what was going on. Someone was printing signs and zip tying them to chain link fences in front of apartment complexes and tracking the results using something like Ringba. They may have even been Ringba customers. I didn't check. And They were looking to see which sign placements actually yielded them moving phone calls. And that was incredible to me. And it just shows you all the different, the creative ways that exist in pay-per-call to actually generate revenue. And that's not something that affiliates typically think about. But with pay-per-call, you can make money anywhere that a phone number goes. You also are going to need business development skills in pay-per-call, because just like any other business, you're selling a product or service, right? And in pay-per-call, you're selling consumers. You're selling people who are interested in buying things. And so to find buyers and find partners to work with, you're going to have to pound the pavement, just like any other type of business. You're going to have to sell. And there's all sorts of ways to sell. In the affiliate space in pay-per-call, people do it in Skype groups and Telegram groups and Facebook groups and LinkedIn groups, and they cold call people on LinkedIn, and they go to trade shows, and they go to industry events, and they do all these things. And so if you're going to get into the industry, you have to be willing to show up. And so if you have no money, I understand that it can be hard to move forward in a new venture. And it's going to be hard for you if you can't afford to go to trade shows or you can't afford to go to industry events. Those are where the real connections are made. That's where you're going to find direct buyers and partners and learn from people. You can get started with really small budgets in pay-per-call if you're really clever and creative. But I encourage people to save up any profit that they make and really invest in industry events in trade shows. That's how we grew our business at Ringba. It's how I've grown some of the other businesses that I own. I think that anytime you're going to get into business, you have to be willing to show up and meet the other people in the industry so that you can learn from them. And that's really a key to finding success in not only pay-per-call, but any business that you're in. And the most successful people in our industry or any industry that I participate in go to trade shows. I go to all the trade shows, and I think that I learn constantly from them. I'm heading to one here pretty soon. I'm going with a bunch of our customers. We're hosting a party and a CEO dinner and a bunch of industry events. And I want to meet my customers. I want to meet my partners. I want to meet people in the industry. I want to ask them questions. I want to build relationships. I want to learn from them. And so business development skills are crucial to success in any business, but in pay-per-call, it is very important because you're going to need to pound the pavement a little bit, especially if you're on the sell side. And if you're on the buy side, you're going to need to do the same thing. If you're a business that wants to buy phone calls, you're going to have to talk to a bunch of publishers. You're going to have to figure out who has the best quality. You're going to have to figure out who's the best to work with. And there's a lot of options. And so going and meeting people face to face is a really amazing way to do it. You're also going to need, if you're on the sell side or the buy side, you're going to need Ringba. There's no question about it. You're going to need to be able to track your return on investment from the phone calls you're generating, whether you're selling them or you're buying them. And if you're not doing that, you're likely not to be successful. And so Ringba can help you track and analyze all those metrics, what's happening on the phone calls, and make sure that you are maximizing your marketing spend and what's happening on the phone. So regardless of whether you're buying, selling, or trading phone calls, you need Ringba so that you can see all of the data to make the decisions by to grow your business. And so that data, just like any data in any business, is crucial to your success. And so if you're not tracking your phone calls and you're not tracking what's happening on the phone and you're not tracking your return on investment, you're likely just going to lose a lot of money. So this is an integral tool to being successful in pay-per-call, and that's why thousands of people involved in pay-per-call use it, including some of the biggest companies on the planet and a lot of really big marketers. You're also going to need landing pages if you're selling phone calls and you're buying media. You're going to need to be able to create your own brands. You know, if you're selling pest control phone calls, it's best to come up with a brand or some type of landing page that entices consumers to pick up the phone and call. And so you're going to need an understanding of how to create a landing page, how to track clicks, how to understand which keywords are actually resulting in clicks, which then result in calls, that type of thing. That's very marketing centric. And if you've done any type of digital marketing, you understand what I'm saying. The good news is that Ringba integrates with Google and Facebook ads and TikTok ads and all these other platforms so that you can actually track which advertisements and clicks are resulting in phone calls. And so whether you're an affiliate or someone who wants to sell calls, or you're doing agency work for your customers, or you're a call center and you want to drive phone calls into your call center, you still need technology like ours to make sure you understand which ads are resulting in a return on investment for you. And it's really important to understand very granular data about this so that you can optimize all of your campaigns. And then also, if you're buying calls pay per call, you want to know which partners are actually resulting in the most sales, who has the highest quality phone calls that your agents sell the most, right? And you need technology to do that. And so if you're not using our technology, you're going to be flying blind, and that would be really dangerous with an airplane. I wouldn't recommend it. And so you really need the technology to make sure that you're getting every last bit of a return on investment out of your marketing dollars. And then if you're answering phone calls and you're in the call center side, you're going to need some type of call center software to answer the phone calls and get them to your agents. This even applies if you're, a small dentist office and you have two people answering the phone. You want to make sure that you are tracking what they're doing, and then you want to make sure that you have software that actually makes their phones ring and understands when they're on the phone and, gets the phone calls to the people accordingly. You also want some software that can grow with you so that as you add more people and grow your business, more and more of them can get on the phone and take calls. And so from a high level, that's really all you need to get into pay-per-call, and that's the personality type of someone that is in the industry. I find that most people in the industry are very hardworking and ambitious, and they can do incredible things. And you don't need any experience in digital marketing to find success in the industry at all. One of my good friends, Dave Maman, founded We Call Media. He started in the jewelry industry and knew nothing about digital marketing, nothing about pay-per-call, had no experience whatsoever. He just was super ambitious and really hardworking and a really good dude. Well, he still is hardworking and a really good dude. And this year, he was named the 27th fastest growing company in America on the Inc. 5000 list. And all of that was using Ringba, and all of that is through pay-per-call. And he'll do just an incredible amount of revenue this year. And I'm really proud of Dave, but he's one of the stories where it's like he had no experience whatsoever, knew nothing about our industry whatsoever, knew nothing about digital marketing, but was willing to invest in himself. And he showed up at trade shows. He talked to people. He asked a ton of questions. He went through my masterclass multiple times, learned everything he could about pay-per-call, and in over a few short years built a really incredible business that's worth just an absolute ton of money. And I'm really proud of Dave. And so anyone who has the work ethic and really wants to put the effort in to learn can build an amazing business in pay-per-call. And again, it's not going to be easy, but the opportunity is there. And that's why I'm here on the pod talking to you about it. So as you listen, if there's anything you want me to talk about, please comment. Please reach out to me on social media. Follow me on Instagram at Adam Young, TikTok at Adam Young, YouTube /Adam Young, Twitter, Arbitrage. And thank you so much for listening. If you want a copy of my book, The Pay-Per-Call Revolution, I'm happy to send it to you absolutely free. Just go to thepaypercallrevolution.com. I do ask that you pay shipping and handling, but I'll send you the book for free and read it. I think it will really help you regardless of where you're at in your journey. And I'm excited to connect with you. So thank you so much for listening.